Welcome back to the Space Coast Daily Show. I'm Beth York, and we are continuing on with our educational guests today. We have in the studio right now Rick McKee, who is the Director of Aviation at Eastern Florida State College with us. Rick, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
We love to talk with Eastern Florida State College. You guys are such a pivotal part of Brevard County, several campuses across the county, and we have a brand new school season starting out. How's everything going over there?
So far, so good. This is the second day back, so we're expecting students starting Monday.
Wow, busy, busy. I was also a graduate at Eastern Florida State College, and so I'm always happy to hear of the new things that you guys are doing. Some of you might remember years ago it was Brevard County Community College, and now we're a state college, so
Yes.
That's awesome. And even have such, Matt Susan was just talking with us about all the trade programs that you guys are offering. The aviation program, is that a trade program that you have?
Yes, it is. So it is a certificated program.
That's amazing. So, what are students doing with these degrees? This is a very space aviation focused area.
Yes. Okay, so our program, the purpose of the program is for a student to get their FAA airframe and power plant certificate, which will allow them to work on aircraft. There's only 3 ways that you can do this. One way is if you had military experience, you took this experience to the FAA and they would sign off on this experience and allow you to test. The second way would be if you worked for a company that trained you and documented all of your training and experiences, and then you took this to the FAA and then they would allow you to a test. And of course, the third way is our way, which is through a Part 147 school, which is what we are. Under the Code of Federal Regulations, Part 147, this allows us to train and to certificate mechanics to test then with the FAA.
There's not many schools that do that in this area. I mean, I think the next one is clear across the state, right?
There is one in Orlando, one in New Smyrna, and of course Daytona Beach. The closest one south of us is, I want to believe, Broward State College, way down south. So, no, not many in the state.
It certainly makes sense for there to be this type of program in Brevard County where we're so focused on this industry.
Yes.
Is that something new that you guys are offering, or how long has that been around?
So we've actually started in January of 2016. We have graduated 14 classes. To this point, the program does take 2 years to get through. So we have been rolling along for about a little over 10 years now, and been very successful.
Yeah. I actually have family who has gone through such a program, although it was not when you guys were offering it years ago, but she has gone on to just completely change her life. So if there's students that are thinking about this, for a 2-year program to be done and out and on with your incredible career, it's a high-paying career, so that's a really good prospect for students.
Right, and you hit the nail on the head, actually. To go to school for 2 years, get a certificate, and of course be successful with the FAA testing, and then immediately be in high demand for a high-paying job. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, and you don't have to stay in Brevard County for that. I mean, there's aviation work all over the country and maybe beyond.
Exactly. However, we are in a very unique area because of the Space Center, and the companies out there have told me that the A&P mechanic is the gold standard for technicians for what they're looking for out there.
You can really hit the ground running with an Eastern Florida State degree, huh?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what does the day-to-day in your program look like for students?
Okay, about 50% of the class is going to be lecture, and the other 50% will be hands-on. So the material that they're learning in the classroom, they then will apply in our hangar, working on various aircraft-related projects.
Again, we're here on the Space Coast Daily Show with Rick McKee, who is the Director of Aviation at Eastern Florida State College. So, Rick, do you guys offer this at all the campuses? We have 4 campuses in Brevard County.
Correct, 4 campuses. However, currently our aviation program is at the Melbourne Airport.
Oh,
However, this will be our last year at that location. The college is building us a new facility in Titusville. So we will now be located at the EFSC Titusville campus. We are going from currently having 20,000 square feet to upwards of 50,000 square feet.
wow, making
Titusville.
upgrades. So
Yes.
that must mean that somebody somewhere thought that this was a good place to put this money, because you guys must be doing good things over there.
Yes, we have a very high demand for the program. We don't have, we don't do a waiting list. What we do is an application process, but we have far more applicants than what we have currently
Wow.
seats available. So,
Wow, a little bit competitive then.
Yes.
What puts you above the competition as an applicant, if you know?
Well, money, really.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to. That's why most people really look at us first and foremost. Our program, start to finish, is just shy of $20,000,
Wow.
where there are programs, the same program, at a minimum, all of our 147 programs are the same. The FAA determines the curriculum. So there are programs even near us that are approaching $60,000 for the same program, same training. The level of success that our graduates are having after the completion of the program with the level of training, I think, is really what separates us from most programs, though.
What is the level of success?
We're pretty close to 100%. I
Wow.
mean, we're upper 90s for sure
Wow.
with the level of students testing with the FAA and passing successfully. So.
You know, that's so interesting, because some of these campuses are in low engagement, low completion areas. So to see that your program is spitting out those kind of numbers it just goes to show that it's worth the money, it's worth the time, it's not that much money, it's not that much time, and you can really do something with this in this area. That's super great.
Right.
If you do decide to take this course at Eastern Florida State College, you're going to be really under the guidance of a certified professional here.
Yes. All of our instructors are aircraft, airframe, and power plant certificated mechanics with many, many years of experience. And honestly, I contribute all of our success to their level of industry knowledge that they have and can pass down to the student.
Of course, yeah, it's important to not only relay the information, but do it in such a way that keeps your students passionate about the
Yes.
topic so that they want to continue on with it.
Mhm.
We have the benefit here in Brevard County of having so many micro airports, like you said, the space programs. We have military projects and bases here, so a lot of good places that they can really put those skills to use. I know you mentioned the price of the program. Is this something that is potentially has financial aid available?
Yes, because we are part of EFSC, they do offer financial aid, and they accept VA benefits and, of course, other items such as Bright Futures and
Right.
and other state-funded programs. So.
Well, as a former student at Eastern Florida, I can say that they have resources to help you.
Yes.
If you're a person who's interested, doesn't have guidance, doesn't know where to go, just Google the main contact phone number, tell somebody what you're looking for. They'll help you get to the right person. I know they have involved advising department. They also have students that are either have graduated from there or are still actively studying there that can help guide you on that process. They do campus tours, so definitely check out Eastern Florida State College online. Rick, it sounds so great. I'm super excited to see what this program does. We hope that maybe in the years to come you guys will have more updates of growth for us. Thank you so much for coming in. Do you have any parting words for us?
No.
Sign up.
Yeah, sign up. Yeah.
Sign up. Thank you so much, Rick.
Thank you. Thanks.
This is the Space Coast Daily Show, and I'm Beth York.